The first thing that we need to do is set up our development environment. And you're probably thinking that's easy. We just need Windows and Visual Studio. And yes, most of the time that is correct. And that is what I am going to be using in this course. But Microsoft is finally starting to advertise that we can write and run .NET based applications on other platforms. Unfortunately, it's not fully embracing cross-platform development because it says that you can do all of these wonderful things, but you have to use Mono and some other development tools. But hopefully Microsoft is going to fully embrace cross-platform development. And I'm hopeful based upon the work that's being done on the ASP.NET stack. So as I said, I'm going to use Windows and Visual Studio. And it really doesn't matter what version of Visual Studio that you have. Now for this course, we're going to be targeting .NET version 4.5. That means that I'm using Visual Studio 2013. But for the most part, you can follow along with 2012 or even 2010. And you can use the paid-for version of Visual Studio, or you can use one of the Express editions. And really, any Express edition is going to work, except for the Express edition for Windows, because this is for writing Windows 8 applications. And while you can write those applications with C# and XAML, you don't have the full .NET framework behind you. You have just a subset of the framework. So you can use the web edition if you wanted to, or you can use the desktop edition. I'm going to be using the desktop edition because it allows me to create console applications. Console applications are quick to compile and run, and that's going to be useful throughout this course because we're going to be writing code and then we're going to be running the application to demonstrate that code. Now, if you're using an Express edition of Visual Studio, you will want to ensure that the build menu is enabled, because for some reason, Microsoft thinks that this is an advanced feature that people using the Express editions don't want, and I think they're wrong. So let's go to the quick launch up in the top right-hand corner, and let's do a search for Show Advanced Build, and that should be enough. It's this first item here, and this will take us right to where we need to go inside of our settings. And the option is here, Show Advanced Build Configurations. I have it checked, and if yours is not checked, then check it, because it adds a build menu that allows you to do a lot of extra things. You can clean the solution to get rid of all of the compiled binaries. You can rebuild and build. It's a wonderful thing to have. And really, that's the only other thing that you need to prepare your system or your environment for this course. So in the next lesson, we're going to get started looking at the primitive types within the .NET framework.